This is a 60-second tutorial in Illustrator on how to draw an icon. First, I like to use the shape tools like the ellipse tool and the rectangle tool to get started. I'm going to switch my fill and stroke by holding shift and hit X. Then I'm going to go ahead and increase my stroke using the stroke tool, just dabbing it little by little. It's easy to make sure that your path lines up with the object you're tracing by switching this to the align stroke on the inside and then adjusting my stroke. Then I can align my path to line up exactly where I want it. Next, I make sure I have the exact width that I want. That looks good. To draw the person on the inside, I'm going to use the rectangle tool to get the bulk of the body here. I'll switch the stroke and the fill by hitting shift X. Then I'm going to switch over to my pen tool to draw the arms and the legs. This is going to give me the basic shape. I hold shift as I draw to make sure my lines are perfectly straight. I hit enter to finish my line off, and then I'll increase the width of my stroke again. I'm going to add a round cap to make sure my drawing is consistent with the original object. Now I'll switch over to my select tool and hold alt while I drag out the arms to make sure I have an object that's the exact same width as my arms. Then I'll hold shift as I rotate to make sure I can rotate perfectly 90 degrees. Move my object in place to create the legs. It looks like I need to shorten my stroke a little bit. Then I hold alt and click and drag over to the other leg while holding shift to make sure these are perfectly aligned. Finally, for the head, I'll use the ellipse tool to click and drag out from using alt to make sure I'm perfectly aligned. I line my path up with where I want it. Then I go ahead and remove my stroke so that only the fill remains. Check out my Illustrator tutorials for more detailed instructions on how to use tools in Illustrator.